about greater market share for the organization, for the corporates, which is about greater profitability, which also means greater market value created in the market, which is about stock exchanges, which is also about strong brands and reputation for the company, which ultimately means access to more and more number of markets. But the question that today we are discussing is, what are the fallouts of this phenomena which we call as globalization? So, we have already touched upon some of the issue, but I would just try to talk about some of the aspects of globalization that we find. One, we find that there is utter disregard to good employment practices. So we have companies like Nike and Adidas who talk about the fair trade practices, but when it comes to the actual operations, they are always looking for the cheaper sources of manpower. And the kind of remuneration that they pay to the local workers in developing countries is far lower than what they actually pay their workers in back home, United States of America. Then, if you look at the aspect of human rights, terrorism, these companies have no regards for human rights. For a long time, when South Africa was closed for all kind of economic relationship, when there was economic embargo, companies after companies were running to South Africa because it offered a market. Same is the case today in China. There is utter disregard for human rights. There is no so-called concern for human values. But whether it is United States of America or whether it is India, companies after companies, they are just trying to have some relationship with China. They are trying to set up operations in China. If you look at the question of environment, what we find is that we have companies like Coca-Cola, which are in the light of the controversy because of the fact that when they opened their production facility in Kerala, they have no regard for how they are just emitting the waste material and how it is going to make it into the water. Again, the question of sustainable business practices comes into play. We cannot forget